I don't know about you guys, but I don't like self-checkout lines at the store. I don't like talking to AI robots on service calls.
No.
I'm willing to wait in both cases for a human being to help me. And I may not be alone, Tom. A new study shows 81% of respondents prefer waiting to speak with a human agent over interacting with an AI chatbot.
Yeah.
That's a big number, 81% willing to wait.
I think we've been trained because we've seen what it's like to deal with those phone calls. You call a customer service and you have to go through like 10 layers of robots to get to a customer service representative. It's difficult. AI might handle the mundane aspects of customer service, but it can't replace, in many cases, the human touch that's required for good customer service. The human touch is important. Let's go to Richard Weylman, a two-time international best-selling author who just released his latest book, 100 Proven Ways to Acquire and Keep Clients for Life. Richard, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Tom and Kevin. Thanks.
So
you're right.
Yeah. Well, what about
on this comment?
I was going to say your book kind of says that keeping clients for life is AI important to do that, or is the human touch still matter nowadays?
Human touch is absolutely where it is. And now that's not to say AI is a bad thing. AI is like back in the day we used to have chatbots and they were terrible. But today, they're really smart. They're like a virtual assistant. And like you mentioned, quicker response time, frequently asked questions. If you want to set an appointment, you want to get a refund, you want to, how's my purchase, where's my shipment? AI is perfect for that. Cuts down the customer calls, if you will. But the reality is, that what people want today is they want empathy. When they call a customer service line, they got an issue, they want to talk to a human being. They can demonstrate empathy for their situation and resolve the problem. Because empathy opens the door, and at first it reduces stress, but it opens the door, and people accept the solutions they get. You're exactly right. This whole idea that AI is going to replace the human interaction is just not going to happen.
What happens, though, when the human is not that empathetic? I was on a call yesterday, and I've been dealing with something for about a year, and this guy was not empathetic at all. In fact, he reprimanded me regarding something. So in that case, artificial intelligence doesn't have the emotion or doesn't get offended like a person does, even if that person works for the customer service industry. Can it help in that situation?
It can, but here's what we need to realize. That 69% of people said, this just came out yesterday, reverted, 69% of people interviewed said they'd stop doing business if, number one, the experience you had, they talked to an individual that wasn't empathetic, kind, caring, and thoughtful, or if they were talking to a bot that couldn't answer their questions. 69% said they would stop doing business, not because the service is bad, it's because the experience is awful. And that's what you experienced was a bad experience. Would you agree? Absolutely.
Yeah, what I hate is when I have a bot and I go to about 3 or 4 or 5 layers, and then I find out I'm in the wrong spot, or that you can use your credit card here, but there's going to be a 10% fee associated with it. And when I get to a human, I can seem to get right to the point right away. And I actually think human folks who do this line of work do a really nice job. I maybe I'm just getting lucky, but I get a lot of really good people who are really quite helpful. Is there a way to sort it out? AI is getting so good. Can they let AI just handle the easy, quick questions and then automatically divert you based on your first input of what your problem is and get you to decide if you need a human or a bot?
Right on the money. That's exactly what Amazon has done. And look at their numbers. Record profits, quicker shipments, increase in customer service satisfaction scores. That's exactly what they've done. When you make an inquiry, if the AI can't answer it, boom, transfers you immediately to a human being. And that's where this direction will go. If you contrast that with American Airlines, they just cut 650 more reps out of the customer service department. And now, if you have an issue, you get to talk to a robot who likely can't even solve it. I mean, lose your luggage and talk to a robot. Good luck that it's going to happen for you. Not going to happen. So there's the issue. And look at McDonald's, what's going on now. They're under tremendous stress because of this $20 an hour in a couple of states, particularly
right.
California. I went into a store in California just to see. There are no humans up front. It says you must order on the kiosk. You must wait until
or your phone.
Right. And you can order on your phone. But then You have to pick it up at a window, and it comes up in a conveyor belt. You don't even get to talk to a human being. That's how they sell the $20 an hour job.
I thought it was interesting that the preferred wait time was between 4 and 5 minutes, so 22% willing to wait that long for a human agent. So there is some element of, well, how long is it going to take? But what I really like, I don't know who does this. I don't think a lot of people do it, but when they pop on and they say, if you want to talk to an agent, we'll call you back.
Yeah, I
you
did
won't
that
lose
yesterday.
you won't lose your place in line, and then they call me back. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And if you, again, look at the contrast, look at American, you don't get that. At Delta Airlines, they've increased the number of people now working in, quote, customer service, customer response. They have that automated system where you got a 2-minute wait, you leave your number, we'll call you back, and they do call back. And look at their numbers. Their ridership is up, their profits are up, their cash flow is up, and their planes are newer. So they've changed again. And I'll give you another good example. Look at Discover Card. Look what they've done. These new ads they're running just broke. When you call Discover 24/7, 365, you actually get to talk to a real person.
Yeah. I
So
have
they
made
see what's going
decisions strictly based on customer service. I was with a particular phone company for a long time. They didn't have the greatest network, but they had phenomenal customer service. When that changed, I left and have never gone back. Do you feel like there's going to be at some point a kind of a customer revolt against these companies that are really trying to streamline expenses and whatnot by going all in on AI?
Yeah, and I'll tell you exactly, well, it's a wonderful question, because here's reality. The challenge is we've got a lot of people that are running companies today that don't think about the LTV, lifetime value of their customer. And so as a result of that, they're trying to save their way to profitability. We'll cut services, we'll cut this, we'll put in technology. And technology is great. I mean, I've been involved in consulting with technology companies for years, including one of the first AI in Mumbai, India. We're 9 years in. And I'll just tell you that the advantage is fantastic, but you cannot replace that human interaction. And a consumer, they don't mind doing it for the easy stuff, as we already talked about. You know, making returns, checking my package, refunds, et cetera. But boy, people absolutely want that human touch. And the companies that fail to see this are going to be companies going to have a challenge. I'll give you another example. You go to Home Depot, you go online, you can't figure it out. You click the button, boom, you get contacted immediately. You get a message. We'll have a customer service rep call you immediately. You can schedule an appointment. If you're in the middle of a DIY job, you can't get it done. You click, boom, you'll get a representative to call you and say, how can I help you? That's the way to use AI, not to replace the human touch. We all want kindness, thoughtfulness, empathy, and caring when we got a problem. If you don't get that, I can take my money and go somewhere else.
Right on.
Richard Weylman, 2-time international best-selling author who just released the latest book, 100 Proven Ways to Acquire and Keep Clients for Life. Thanks for joining us so much. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day.